Obama elected?
2008.
Wow.
Did you vote for him?
No. Mm-hmm. Yes, of course I did. I voted in where I grew up in Jersey, and a tall white man, I was like, oh, I don't know how to do this. And he's like, oh, you have to flip the switches. I'll show you. And then went into the voting booth with me and then flipped Obama's name and went, and that's how you vote.
I don't think you're supposed to do this, man.
No.
I don't think you're supposed to come in here with me.
Technically, that's voter fraud.
Yeah.
But it was how I was going to vote.
Yeah, I guess it was the direction you were already headed in.
Yeah.
But
and I can't tell if he was pro-Obama or racially profiling me.
Either way, he got it right.
Welcome to another episode of Why Won't You Date Me, a podcast where me, Nicole, Byer, was trying to figure out why I was so single, even though you could come on my foot and tell me it's a sock. My guest today is a comedian that you know from SNL. Ever heard of it? Saturday Night Live. He hosts a new podcast, My Favorite Lyrics. I'm so excited he's here. It's Devon Walker. Yeah.
What's up? It's me.
Devon, how are you?
Hey, I'm happy to be in Los Angeles, except for the ways that I'm not happy to be here. You know what I mean?
What is one way you're not happy to be here?
Truly, I know it's cliche, and I know it's this is the thing that everybody talks about, but why the fuck does it take an hour to get anywhere? That's why, just full disclosure, I was 15 minutes late to being here, and it was legitimately because also that's the thing is maps will say it takes one amount of time, and then you'll look 30 minutes later and it'll be like, oh, psych, bitch, it's actually 20 minutes longer than it said before.
Yeah.
And that's truly what got me, is I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'm 25 minutes away. And then by the time I got ready to leave with 25 minutes to spare, I was like, oh, actually, it's 40 minutes now.
Where were you coming from, the West Side?
I was coming from, I had lunch in West Hollywood.
Yup, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Also, I never know where I am here. I truly, New York City, the grid system, you have a sense of okay,
there's no grid here.
I'm up now and I'm down now and I'm over here and I'm over here. I'm in Los Angeles truly at any given point. Sometimes I look up where I need to go and sometimes it's oh, that's 6 minutes away. And other times I look and it's oh, that's going to take an hour and 10 minutes. And I can never tell where anything's going to happen.
You're on the East Side technically right now.
Yes, I'm staying near here.
I was going to the West Side for my friend's party and it said a half hour. You better believe we were in the car for a full hour. It just kept being a half hour, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. And I was like, that's LA.
Yeah, it's time doesn't exist here.
Sure doesn't.
So I can't ever gauge how long it's actually going to take me to get anywhere.
You also dressed for spring.
Yeah.
For
New York City
wind,
spring.
If you will.
That's true.
And it's 90 fucking degrees today.
Yeah, it's pretty warm. I'm not gonna lie. For those some of you guys are watching this, some of you guys are listening. I'm wearing a fleece and jeans, and most people outside are wearing shorts and tank tops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. In New York City right now, I'm dressed appropriate. This is exactly what
This is May weather in New York.
Exactly. And true. And there was a version of New York, LA right now where this would have been appropriate. But just today's a day where it's a little warmer.
Had you been here 2 weeks ago, it would have been perfect.
It would have been perfect.
You would have fit right in.
And actually what happened was I stepped outside and I was like, it's too warm for this. But I'll probably spend most of the day indoors, so it won't be a problem. And we talked about this off mic, but it's legitimately, if I take this off, then I just have a T-shirt and jeans on, and it's and it ruins the whole fit. So just out of commitment to what I decided for the day, the fleece stays on and I must suffer.
Hey, I like it. Sometimes you have to suffer for your fashion choice.
Often.
I do like that this is colorful, and I feel like a lot of men tend to
shy
away from color.
That's true.
I'm just be color. Wear a color you like. What color do you like?
Embrace yourself.
Just wear something nice.
Embrace yourself. Put some pink on.
Yes, I love a man in pink.
Put some pink on.
Not a man with pink undertones, because then it looks like you're wearing a skin suit.
Oh, sure.
But black men in pink, ooh.
That's a tough thing about
that's nice.
Being white is sometimes there's just a shade underneath your actual skin that you can't do anything about.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Like peaches or pinks or
totally.
whatever.
I know a friend who she just is kind of red all the time. And there's nowhere to go from there.
No, you just have to just be a little red at times.
That's tough. Shout out, white people have it.
Shout out to the whites.
They have it good in so many ways, but that's a real. Maybe that's God. That's God. That's God being
Maybe that's why they're so mad all the time. They're like, no, I'm already red. Let me put someone at a disadvantage.
Damn my undertones. Yeah, it's tough.
Devon, are you single? Are you dating? Or you don't want to say? Because you can be mysterious here.
Whoa, people are mysterious sometimes?
Not really. But if you choose to be.
That feels like it goes against
I respect it.
No, I'm dating. I'm with someone right now.
How long has it been?
It's been like 3 years now.
Ooh, that's lovely. How did you meet?
You know what's really fucked up and crazy?
Never met?
We never met, and I made that whole thing up. You know what's really crazy is none of that's true.
None of it's true.
I've never been with anybody ever. You know what's fucked up was we met actually on a podcast.
Why is that fucked up?
Because it's like who does that?
So many people.
That's not true.
I feel like I've heard about people meeting on a pod. I feel like I've heard of like 2 people that I can think of off the top of my little dome that met on a podcast. Mars knows people.
Yeah, the other show I used to produce, All Fantasy Everything, the host of it, Ian Carmella, met his wife because she guessed it on the podcast, and they, I guess, just had such chemistry. It's almost like that was their first date.
Whoa.
How does it feel to not be unique?
Fuck, I thought I had a special story. I thought I was not like the other boys. As it turns out,
you're
I'm exactly
just like everybody else.
Yeah, mainly Ian Carmel, but no. But and also we met on a blind date podcast.
Wait, were you on
We were set up.
You were set up for a blind date on this podcast?
It's a podcast. I don't even know if it still exists anymore, but it's a podcast where they set up comedians with their non-comedian friends. And
did anybody else work out, or is it just you two?
As far as I know, we are the only success story.
Wow.
It was a live show too. It was a live podcast recording.
Whoa.
So it was like, and that's what was really funny about it is I went in really being like, I really can't stress how unseriously I was taking the whole thing. I really can't stress enough how much I was just like, okay, this is just like a show. I'll like go on a date with this girl. Like maybe we'll like DM for a little bit and then we'll kind of
go our separate ways.
And that's what happens with most of the people. But we went, it was a live setting and it was at Union Hall in Brooklyn. And it was us. And then it was a couple who was looking for a third. And then there was a guy, Dylan Adler.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Who was
very, very funny.
Super funny and great at he does flips as well.
My favorite video is where he's at Disney or something and he was like, I auditioned, I didn't get it, and then does a backflip. All the comments are like, oh, you really showed them? I'm like, he's a comedian.
Yeah, it's like this is kind of a bit.
It's just a bit.
I respect anybody who can do a backflip. I'll say that much.
You could do a backflip.
No, I couldn't.
Have you been on a trampoline?
I've been on a trampoline. Here's the thing that I've learned on a trampoline here's the thing I've learned about me as it relates to flips in general. I've got too much anxiety for the uncertainty of what happens in the air to commit fully to the backflip. You know what I can do though?
What?
Is I can do a flip where I bounce on my knees and then flip from there. That flip I feel comfortable with.
Oh, okay.
At least as a kid I did.
Because you're closer to the ground.
Something like that. Something about swinging my whole body in the air like that. Like I think we should investigate what's going on with Benson Boone because it's like, how did he?
I simply don't understand how he's landing on hard surfaces.
He's landing. He's like flipping off pianos and stuff like that, and he's doing it in like a little heeled boot, like a little
sassy boot,
and like a leotard. That's really. I mean, God bless. And I respect him. I don't even know a lot of the songs, but I know that he can do those flips, and he's earned my respect.
He has one song that I think we all know.
Please stay.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's him.
Don't take these beautiful things.
We gotta let Lauren know that you can do a Benson Boone impression.
Come on. I'm sure. I've really been trying to advocate for cross-racial impressions. I will say that. And I understand why they don't work in one direction, but I think in the direction that I'm trying to do them in.
Yeah, I think it works.
I think that's colorblind casting.
Yeah, paint you up like Casper.
Colorblind casting. I'd like to play Mitch McConnell in the cold open immediately. I'd like to just put on a little turtle face and freeze.
A turtle face?
Yeah. That'd be really special to me.
He keeps falling down and not having a good time. I'm like, he should retire.
They're letting him just like keep working.
Yeah, I'm confused about our government and why they're like, we think zombies should run it.
Yeah, it's like, even if you, like, there's got to be another guy with similar politics that they could just sort of like insert into his space. He can't be
a younger one who's like a little bit more lucid.
Yeah, just a guy who can move all his limbs and stuff like that.
He keeps falling down and shit.
He keeps falling down. He keeps freezing and forgetting what he was saying. But it's like, I don't know. We let a guy like that be the president for 4 years.
I mean, we're letting one in a very, very fast cognitive decline run it now.
Well, sure. But he's at least, he physically is like, he can put a sentence together.
Yeah.
Not
I think
a good
that's
one.
To be debated.
It's not a sentence that I like. It's not a sentence that makes me feel comforted about the future.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, take me back. Okay, so you did this live podcast.
Yes. Sorry, we got off track.
No, who cares? So then afterwards,
Yeah.
were you like, I got to go out with this person again?
Okay.
How did this break down?
So the conceit of the live show is that they let the audience at the end, after watching the 3 dates, they let the audience vote on who they think should go on a second date, and the winner of the audience vote gets a Applebee's gift card.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
Did you win it?
Come on now. Yeah.
And did you go to Applebee's?
Of course.
What'd you get?
We got a sampler platter.
That's nice.
We got a sampler platter that comes with all the stuffs. It comes with like a quesadilla.
Yeah, it sure does.
It comes with some mozzarella sticks, some onion rings, some chicken strips.
Yes.
Maybe there might have been some French fries involved.
No, there wasn't.
There wasn't French fries. Okay, you're familiar with that. You're familiar with the platter?
Oh, yeah, baby. I love an Applebee's. Ooh-wee, give me fast casual dining.
Have you ever been to an Applebee's? Have you ever been to a fast casual chain in New York City?
Yeah, there was an Applebee's at 50th and Broadway. Are you kidding?
That
There's
one's
an
still
Olive
there.
Garden in the middle of like the top of Times Square.
Yes, there is.
There was
It's a Red Lobster,
Red Lobster
I
in
think.
Times Square that closed that is now in Harlem. I know where all of them be at.
Okay, you're familiar. You're familiar.
I love a chain.
They take on a different essence in New York, though.
Absolutely.
They don't feel like, it's like, I'm from the suburbs in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up like right outside of Austin. And so it's like, I've been to all these chain restaurants, but they feel so different in New York City. And so it was like, it's comforting, but like, it's very like, it's way more impersonal. There's not like,
It's also a choice to be at a Red Lobster over any other delicious, delightful restaurant that this city has to offer.
so much quality cuisine. Truly. Some of the best restaurants in the world.
Truly.
And to be like,
nah, we gotta get to that Applebee's. We gotta get that sampler platter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some unlimited breadsticks
leave
today.
Times Square.
Yeah. The one we went to in Brooklyn.
Ooh.
There's one in Brooklyn on Fulton Street.
Nice. Downtown Brooklyn.
No, not
that's
that
not
part. It's like other side, like heading towards like Bushwick, like that in that direction.
So that was your second date.
I counted as the first because
Okay.
like the podcast doesn't feel like it could be.
Well, yeah,
Like,
you were performing.
I wasn't. Exactly. Like that was just another show to me. But like, yeah, that Applebee's date. To me, that's the real first one.
And then what was the thing that you liked best about your partner that you're like, I think I gotta go out with him again?
Sincerely, I think she's like one of the sweetest people that I've ever known in my life. I think she's like got like a really good and like a kind heart. And I think like, and what's crazy is like, no, maybe I shouldn't say that, but she doesn't come from the sweetest family. I'll say that. Everybody's not a sweetheart.
Sure.
In her immediate family. And she truly is like, just like a little ray of sunshine. Truly just a person that like, you ever meet somebody where it's like Joe Firestone, where it's like if you
One of
don't
the sweetest.
If you don't like Joe Firestone, then it's like
something's wrong with
you. And
Joe
like,
is just what I know exactly what you mean.
It's like that type of person.
Yeah, just a person who radiates kindness and joy and is never nasty. And if they say something that maybe like someone's taken aback from, they're like, oh, I didn't mean it. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just genuinely, I'm sorry. And like, don't get defensive about it. Ugh, I love people like that.
Truly.
Ugh. So 3 years.
Yeah.
How do you celebrate your anniversaries?
I just became aware of the fact that there was no anniversaries until this most recent year. And then all of a sudden she was kind of just like, hey, what do you think about like having our anniversary be on like this date? And I was kind of like, oh, I didn't think that mattered. She was like, well, it didn't before, but like now I'm thinking it does. And so now that is like a new thing. What did we end up doing? I think we went to dinner. We always talk about revisiting the Applebee's that we went to the first time. That's where it feels like we should return to. And again, like I'm from the suburbs, so I feel comforted by like sort of trash food.
Sure.
Like that feels like home to me. But she's way bougier than me, so like I think she feels comforted at like a nice restaurant.
At a nice restaurant, a non-chain, something with linens.
Yeah, something with no plastic on the menus, where you can get like a real bottle of wine and not a margarita sponsored by The Rock. Which is a real thing. The Rock had a brand of margaritas, or like a tequila that was going in the margaritas that
I think I
they sell at
tasted
Applebee's.
it.
Okay, we're not so different, you and I.
No, also,
and everybody's saying that we're so different.
Everyone says that we're so different, and we're not.
Nicole and Devon have nothing in common.
We have so much in common. Chester the Cheeto?
Oh.
Or Chester Cheeto?
Chester the Cheetah. He's right. He's Chester the cheetah, but but he represents Cheetos. That's what I think.
Just Chester Cheetah.
My whole life, I thought he was Chester the Cheeto, but
he's
now
also
it makes
a Cheeto.
So much more sense because he is a cheetah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is humiliating.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry to do this on your own podcast. I came to your house.
It's okay.
I came to your house and knocked some food off the table, and that's on me.
Well, Chester brought the Cheetos to Applebee's, and I got some Cheetos crusted little chicken bites. They were nasty as hell, but I had a nice time eating them.
That sounds yucky, but it does sound like a thing where it's like, you got to investigate.
Yeah, I cannot believe he's Chester the cheetah.
Yeah. There's a sinister energy to Chester.
A little bit.
There's something spooky to me about him and his ads. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain mascots that I feel comforted by.
Who do you feel comforted by?
The Trix Rabbit.
Okay.
The Trix Rabbit, because it's like, he's just pursuing a passion.
Yeah,
ultimately.
Tricks are for kids.
You know what I'm saying? And he's pursuing a passion and being like rejected at every turn. And like that's one of the most relatable types of guys that a person could be. Just somebody he's us. You know what I'm saying? He's us. We're chasing.
We are the Trix Rabbit.
We're the Trix Rabbit. We all identify with him because it's Sisyphusian. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good word.
Come on now.
Sisyphus.
That's right. And he's like climbing up the mountain. He's climbing up the mountain. He's climbing up the mountain, and they won't let him have what he wants. I feel comforted when I see him.
I like Toucan Sam.
I like Toucan Sam. I don't know as much about Toucan Sam.
I don't know anything other than he's a bird, and I like a bird.
Yeah, he does feel comforting to me.
Who don't you like?
The
Who's
captain,
the mascot?
the Captain Crunch captain. I'm fucking with him.
Okay, I'm on board.
Yeah,
Who don't you like?
No Chester Cheetah. I don't really. This isn't a mascot, but I don't like. What's his name? I don't like Brian Cox doing the McDonald's ads. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't think that he should be responsible for saying the jingle. There's something sinister about the way that the energy that he brings to it. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Brian Cox, the guy from Succession, he plays Logan Roy.
I don't know Succession.
You've never seen. He's an awesome actor.
Mm-hmm.
He's a veteran of stage and screen.
Oh, okay.
And I've never
a veteran of stage and screen?
I've never said that sentence before in my entire life. I get on a podcast and I start acting brand new. It's crazy.
Said that to someone recently about Jeremy Irons. I was like, he's a veteran of stage and screen and was recently in The Beekeeper.
Yeah.
Oh, just one of my favorite movies.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know? Jason Statham plays The Beekeeper.
Oh, it's a Jason Statham movie.
Mm-hmm. It's nice.
Are you a big action movie person?
I didn't know it until about like a year ago. I love action movies.
Interesting.
Oh, they're so fun.
Have you seen the Jason Statham one where he has to keep his heart rate above a certain level?
No, but I've been told it's very good.
That was when I was a teenager. That was like a movie that I loved like deeply and dearly. Where it's like he has to keep his heart rate above like.
What's it called?
It's called like Recharged or Charged Up.
Ooh, Charged Up!
And so like if his heart rate so he has to stay moving and active and like fighting and doing shit all the time, but he still gets tired. But he has to continue to go.
It's called Crank.
Yes, Crank.
Yes.
Yes, I've heard Crank is good.
Crank.
Sounds exhausting though to keep your heart rate up all the time.
It's a lot. He can't
Otherwise
chill.
he dies.
Otherwise he dies if it gets below if it gets to like a normal resting rate.
Here's the thing about me.
Then he passes away.
I would just die.
Same.
I got to keep exercising. I exercise for a half hour at a time, and that sometimes is too much.
That's plenty.
I'll tell you a mascot I hate.
Who's that?
The Bubba Gump shrimp.
The actual shrimp?
Nope. There's a shrimp that stands outside Bubba Gump Shrimp Co.
Where? Here?
Yeah.
In Los Angeles?
Yes.
Oh.
And other ones.
I didn't know they had a shrimp mascot. This is news to me.
It's really upsetting. He's like too pink. He has shoes on. No shrimp has shoes. It's not right.
You better walk around with your bare feet. Hey, Bubba Gump mascot, we know you're watching this. And while you're watching this, take them fucking shoes off.
Mars, did you look it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a photo of him with shoes on. Oh.
He's got black, nasty shoes. Can you spin it around to show Devon?
Yes, I will.
Take your shoes off, shrimp.
It's nasty as hell, and I hate it. And I love Bubba Gump Shrimp Co.
Isn't
he sick as hell?
He should be red.
He should be anything but Pepto-Bismol pink.
Yeah, why is he that color? Is he wearing a hat?
He's also wearing, I don't mind
the
hat.
Is he wearing a bow tie?
He has a bow tie. He has a white belly, which that's not right.
No, I don't care for that.
He's not good.
No.
I think he is up to bad business.
Yeah.
I think he's a creep. I think if he saw you in a dark alley, he'd push you down.
Yeah. That's not a man you want to be alone in a room with.
No. I hate that. I hate that shrimp.
No, get him away from me. I had no idea. Thank you for introducing me to this. I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight, and he's gonna be in it. I guarantee you that.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm sorry to
spooky individual
to bring you nightmares. But real quick, Devon, we have to take a break.
Okay.
This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that helps you build a beautiful website that actually works. Whether you're a creative who wants to show off your work online or someone who's trying to get their side hustle off the ground, Squarespace makes it easy. If you have services to offer, you could build a site that books appointments, sends invoices, and accepts payments all in one place. You could run your whole business in one place without bouncing between a million apps. It's like having an assistant working 24/7 for you. And their design tools are gorgeous. You don't even need to know how to code or even pretend to. Not only do they have beautiful templates to choose from, but you can just answer a few questions on their site builder and it helps you create something custom that fits your vibe. It'll look professional and beautiful, and it's so easy to do. Whether you're selling, sharing, or showing off, you can do it with Squarespace. Head to squarespace.com/dateme for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use code DATEME to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/dateme, code DATEME. We're back. Okay, so when you were in high school, did you date at all?
A little bit, but it took me a little bit to find myself. I had to figure myself out a little bit.
Okay.
I had to figure myself out. It took me a while to know, I had a big brother, but my big brother was so much older than me that he couldn't really put me on. So I feel like he couldn't really
he couldn't help you.
So it was me and my little group of friends, none of us had older brothers. So we were all kind of trying to teach each other. And so I would kind of wait for a homie to have an experience. And then
what was that like?
Yeah. And then be like, all right, so here's how you do that. And then I'd be like, okay. But in high school, I was really afraid of rejection. I was really afraid of rejection.
Well, you got into the right business. Hollywood is full of yeses.
I can't imagine. Yeah, exactly. And trust me, I'm doing well mentally. But yeah, I feel like I was scared of it, so I wouldn't. It took me a while to really put myself out there.
I get that. When did you start doing stand-up? Was it in high school? Because you started doing stand-up at Cap City.
Yeah. Okay, somebody did. You did the research.
Lindsay did the research.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, the research. Yeah. I started at Cap City. I was in grad school. I was right out of college when I started stand-up.
Is it the Cap City that was in the strip mall? Because now it's in...
Yes. Now it's in a bougie...
It's wild.
Now it's next to a Tesla dealership and a Prada
a Christian
store.
Dior. I just did shows there and I was like, where are we? And everyone will go, ha, ha, ha. And I'd be like, no, stop ha-haing. What the fuck there's 2 hotels in it.
Yes.
It's like the Americana on crack.
Yes, it really is. I don't know. This is for the Austin comedy head community, but yes, the old Cap City Comedy Club used to be in a strip mall next to a karate dojo and a used car dealership. That's where stand-up comedy clubs belong.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
not next to Dior.
And not next to Dior. It should never be within 100.
But it's a really nice
It's a nice shopping area. It's a nice club. The club shut down during the pandemic, and we didn't think it was coming back. And then that version of it closed down forever, but they decided to open in a much more expensive location.
Let's spend the money.
Yeah, I was like, y'all ran out of money before, and you're like, we're going to spend...
They got that PPE loan.
I guess so. I guess they got bailed out or something. But yeah, now it is next to a Tesla dealership and a Hermes and all that stuff.
What made you decide to do stand-up? Was it someone in your life who was like, hey, man, you funny as hell?
No, I don't know if it was like this for you, but genuinely, where I grew up in Texas, no one pursued entertainment on any level, on a level that I think for some people, stand-up doesn't feel attainable or doing entertainment stuff doesn't feel attainable. To me, it legitimately did not cross my mind as a kid. It didn't even occur to me that I could do that. Because the only comedians and people in the arts that I knew were already so successful that it felt like a thing where it was just oh, well, maybe if I grew up in LA. It just didn't occur to me until one time I was in college or maybe right out of college, and I went to a festival, And I remember seeing somebody who was like one of the openers. This was like a festival. It was like the big headliners I want to say were like Sarah Silverman, and like Hannibal and stuff like that. And I was like,
was it in Austin? Was it Moon Tower?
No, it wasn't Moon Tower. It was this festival that doesn't exist anymore that was called Oddball.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the Oddball Festival? And it would like travel around to different cities. And I remember seeing somebody open that like, I was like, he was like around my age. And I remember him like being funny. He was black. And I remember being like, oh shit. Like, that's the first time it crossed my mind that I was like, oh, it was the first person I ever saw who wasn't famous do stand-up comedy.
Interesting.
Because before that, I'd seen like Bernie Mac do stand-up and like Cat Williams and like Jerry Seinfeld, like all these people who it's like, they're already at the top of their craft.
Yes.
So I never saw like an entry point. And so, yeah, truly like that was like the turning point. And after seeing that, I was like, oh, I guess I could just like try. And then I started like Googling like open mics. And then that led me to Cap City Comedy Club where I did my first ever open mic.
Is that your home club?
That is my home club.
That's nice.
I wish the actual building was still around because it feels.
The strip mall's gone?
Well, the building's still around, but there's no comedy club inside. Like I wish it was still.
I see. Yes, you wish it was like still your old stomping ground that you could like revisit and be like, remember when?
Literally, yeah.
Ooh, remember this? That is interesting. I never thought of it that way. I mean, the thought only occurred to me that I could be an actress or do performing in high school. My mom was like, do the play. You talk a lot, go talk in the play. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, I think this is a thing I can do forever.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to do this forever.
Yeah.
And it is funny because we don't, or I don't know, I don't have kids. I'm not having them. But I feel like we don't tell kids in general that it's like, well, this is an avenue that you can do. Because I remember growing up, it was like a doctor, an astronaut, a lawyer.
Totally.
What about plumber?
Totally.
What about actor?
Like the way that my dad was like, oh, you should like pursue a trade. Like you should pursue a trade or you should like go to the military. Because like that's what I knew people who like ran printing. Like there was a guy, like my neighbor ran a printing shop out of his garage. I knew people who did that. I knew people who were cops. I knew people who were firefighters. I knew people who were teachers. You know what I'm saying? I knew people who were like office assistants. Like I knew people who like worked for the state. Like those were the things that were presented in front of me. So I was like, all right, well then that's
I'll
the truth.
do that.
I guess I'll go to college so that then I can like work at a desk at some point. Like that's just that was the only thing that I like knew anybody did. And so I like was pursuing that. And then I like started doing stand-up while I was in grad school. And I was like, oh, this is where I'm like supposed to be.
This is where I feel at home.
It was, I don't know if you had this. It was genuinely like in my life, like I tried a lot of things. Like I played a lot of sports growing up. And I was like.
Which ones?
I was all of them.
Basketball?
I played
football?
Football. I played football.
Okay.
I played basketball, but I was like, I'm a decent basketball player. I was like a pretty good in middle school, high school. I was like a pretty decent football player. And I was also in Texas. I literally went to the Friday Night Lights high school.
I love that I gasped. I've never seen the movie or the TV show.
Well, so
I know it's like in the zeitgeist, so like that's why I know
it. It is the thing. The movie's based on the book, which is like an actual town. The TV show is based off of the book and the movie, but is like set in a fictional town. And that fictional town was my high school. They literally they were
poured all their money into football and shit.
Yeah, it was literally like
football's life.
I mean, kind of. It definitely was like there was a time where I got pulled over when I was in high school, and the cop it felt like a movie where the cop legitimately saw my like Letterman jacket in the back and was like, "Oh, you on the team? Oh, go ahead." He's like, "Oh, y'all did a great job this year. Like,
wow,
keep up the good work." Like,
I would just keep that in my car for the rest of my life.
I kind of did. I'm fully a 30-year-old man. I'm fully
just
a 30-year-old man
like,
with a high school jacket.
Letterman jacket in the back, baby.
Yeah.
Here's an idea for football. Because,
just in general?
The boys get tussled. Yeah, just in general.
Yeah.
They should put airbags in their helmets.
Whoa. NFL, if you're listening. We've solved the concussion crisis.
No more CTE on my watch.
But also that does feel crazy. Imagine you're like a wide receiver and you catch the ball and you get rocked by a middle linebacker and then a fucking bag explodes in your head.
They would have to stop the game every 5 minutes to get you a new airbag.
Yeah, we gotta re-airbag.
You're like, man, this is taking 8 hours. Jesus Christ. Hey, I think it's a good idea. Who do I talk to? Who's the commissioner? Is that a thing?
There's a commissioner. Yeah. His name's Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell? Mm-hmm. Roger Goodell? Airbags in the helmets. Ding, ding. Who's that man who I think he's an NFL coach and now he's dating a very young woman?
Bill Belichick.
That's wild.
He's like one of the most winningest coaches of all time.
Really?
Yeah,
and he won. He got him a young lady. on a probably a very nice vesting payment schedule.
Here's my thing about being an old guy and like dating a much younger woman is like I feel like that could be fun for like a weekend or like a vacation, but like day to day.
Aren't you tired?
That's what I'm saying. Like day.
You want to sit?
That's like it's like what a 20. She's like 26. He's like 60
100?
something, and it's like. It's just like you don't have that in you. You know you don't have it. You have it in you for a day to run around doing 26-year-old stuff.
Truly. It's wild.
I'm in my 30s and like this kind of type of shit that people are doing when they're 25 or 26. I'm like, I don't have it in me. There's people I work around who are that age and I'm just like, oh, well, I can't
go out.
You go ahead and do what
You're
you need
out
to
at
do.
all hours of the night.
Yeah,
I got to get my beauty sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to need to go ahead and rest so I can be a human being tomorrow.
I think it's a treat to date someone who is your age so you go through things at the same time.
Of course. Y'all both sleepy. That's important.
We both got to stay inside. I think it's Sinbad. No, I know it's Sinbad. He's got a fun joke about how you should date someone your own age because a young woman won't know the warning signs of a heart attack. And
awesome.
It gets me good. I love Sinbad.
Bro, the true underrated legend. Like,
he really is.
Underrated legend. Around Christmas, like once a year, I'll watch Jingle All the Way and just see
that
him.
is a good movie. Have you seen House Guest?
I don't think that I have.
It's Sinbad and Phil Hartman, and everybody is a cartoon.
Who's also in Jingle All the Way.
Yes, he is.
Phil Hartman.
Oh, I wonder if they were like good friends, because at the end of the movie, they do sing a song together, and it sounds like they're having the nicest time.
That's a world I'd like to imagine, where Sinbad and the late Phil Hartman we're
just besties.
We're just buddies and made sure that they were in each other's projects.
You gotta watch House Guest.
I will. Is it, just guessing just based off of the title, Phil Hartman is sort of a buttoned up, sort of well-to-do everyman.
Yes.
And then Sinbad is kind of a eccentric weirdo.
He's in $50,000 deep with the mob.
Right.
And then Phil Hartman's character is reuniting with an old friend from summer camp, but he doesn't know what he looks like. He
doesn't know who the friend.
But he does know that he's a black man who's tall. And Sinbad
he doesn't know what he grew up to be.
Uh-huh.
They used to just make movies. They used to just make films. It used to genuinely just be like, oh yeah, I have and it was always like some big amount of money that they owed. And they used to just be like, all right, cool. I just was watching TV the other day and it was this movie called Brewster's Millions with Richard Pryor. Mm-hmm. And is that what the movie was called? I think that's what it was called. It was a movie where Richard Pryor is a minor league baseball pitcher and he discovers that he had a relative who has left him like $30 million or like $100 million or something like that. But for some reason, the stipulation for him getting the money is he has to prove that he can spend $20 million in 30 days. It's like, they just made that.
What a wild premise. And guess what? I'm into it.
Yeah.
I love it.
The whole movie is just him having all this money and be like, I have to spend it. And there are all these stipulations on like, you can't like give it away. It has to be like put in this direction and not in that direction. So there's all these ways in which he can lose it. And then there's like an attorney who's like representing the estate who's trying to like sabotage Richard Pryor. And they're just sort of having hijinks trying to get around it. It's like they just used to make stuff.
I mean, that's like trading places. Two old white men were like, let's ruin another white and then take this black and put him in his place. Like, it's just, and you could suspend disbelief with such a wild premise as long as everyone is like in and
just like playing and having
doing
a good time.
it, having a nice time. The only time I can't suspend disbelief is I just saw the new Mission Impossible. I talked about this on another podcast because it's on the forefront of my brain.
Yeah.
And at one point, Tom Cruise is deep sea diving. He's deeper probably than that Titanic that crumbled up.
Yeah.
And he takes off his scuba. Yes, R.I.P. He takes off his scuba suit. I said, this man's not a superhero. No,
you can't do that.
In a theater full of people went, no. And nobody was like, girl, you're right. I was pretty upset about that.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, I have a buddy who said, this is not my idea, but like, this is a thing that like I do genuinely think is like, I think Tom Cruise is doing all this stuff. I think he wants to die. I don't think he wants to be alive anymore. And I feel like somehow he keeps making it through all these
paid
stunts.
And for all of his suicide attempts.
$25 million a picture to do all these things. I don't think he wants to be with us. Why else would you be 55 years old hanging off the wing of a plane for real?
I never got to the bottom of it, but for a promo of this movie, he was just like on the roof of a theater.
Yeah, of course.
And I didn't dig to be like, why? And then I think he did Kimmel where he like zip line between buildings in Hollywood.
This is what I'm talking about. He's trying to find a way out.
He said, I'm done. Also, there was an interview. I love this press tour. I've been having a nice time where he eats popcorn funny. And then there was
How does he
another.
eat popcorn? Sure. He also feels like somebody who doesn't drink water with, like, he only takes in like liquids through an IV.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like nothing.
Absolutely.
For some reason, he's like,
nothing goes in this
yeah,
mouth.
I can't do this.
Because lines have to come out. I have to say the word, the text.
I'm fascinated. Do you ever look around at your friends? Like, sometimes I'll look around at my friends and I'm like, our lives look so different than they did, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Sometimes I literally look around and I'm like, I wonder which one of us is going to go crazy first.
I also think that.
I'm like, I wonder when it's going to get.
I have a couple of friends who are touching on, truly knocking on the, you are no longer relatable door. And I can't wait to see them go through and be just a wackadoo.
We've all got our picks. We've all got our picks of like you could start to see certain things happen and you're like, you're losing. You're starting to lose the thread a little bit. And I wonder.
After you got SNL,
yeah,
you're obviously elevated a little bit in the public eye. Were bitches sliding in your DMs?
Sometimes I've gotten a DM or two.
Have you gotten titties?
Yeah.
Slutty girls out there.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
It
would never occur to me to slide into someone's DMs with my titties out.
I guess it's like, I understand the thought process because it's like, I think there's a version of people sliding into the DMs where they're like responding to a story. They're like being coy, but it's like in people's, and I'm not like actually famous. Like you know what I'm saying?
You're on television.
I'm on television.
You're on network TV.
I'm on network TV, but like there's a different, I think some people, because they don't ever interact with anybody who's ever on TV, they think just because you're on TV that you're like, you've, all this shit, you're so like unreachable. So I think some people are like, I'm just gonna like send a little cutesy message. But I think some people, if they're like, I gotta jump to the front of the line, I'm gonna go ahead and take this bra off and shake around on the camera for a second.
You're getting vidges?
I've gotten a video. This was years ago. This is before I worked on SNL. But one time a girl sent me a video of her literally like, she sent me like her own sex tape.
Wow.
Yeah.
People be out here.
Yeah. It was just like, like imagine if he wasn't there and that was you. It's like that sort of thing.
She was like, imagine I'm on a green screen getting fucked. You could CGI yourself right up in there.
Basically. Which, like, I understand what was at the heart of that, but that's not...
It's a wild way to come at somebody.
That's not my personal...
It's not your dream.
That's not my personal dream. That's not what I'm looking for.
What's one of the worst dates you've been on?
Man, I will say is, like, I do think, like, as a man who dates women, I feel like you have it so much easier where, like, even my worst dates are still like ultimately like pretty chill, where it's just like when you like interact with like I want to say it was like an old Donald Glover joke, where it was like, like a crazy girlfriend is like, like remember when she like got drunk and called me a bunch of times? Like a crazy boyfriend story is like, remember when he showed up and killed my dog? like mean, like crazy men stories are so much crazier than well, they can be.
Yes.
I feel like the barrier for crazy is, but I'll say, long story short, my worst dating story is probably this girl that was a friend of a friend. We were in a group chat. Then she texted me outside of the group chat and was just like being flirty. And I was just like, okay, cool. Like, let's go hang out. We went to a bar. While we were at the bar, she could not stop talking about the last guy that she dated and like all the ways in which he did her wrong and about how like in the future it's going to be different. And I was just like, yeah, for sure. And I hope it is. Like, I was doing that. We still we go back to my place. We do hook up. She leaves, but she leaves her earrings on my side table, in a way that I was like, I couldn't suss out if it was intentional or like coincidental. The next morning, she was just like, oh, hey, like, I'm gonna need those earrings back. And I was kind of just weirded out by just the whole thing. I was like, this is not really feeling right to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, what if I send like a courier? I'll give the earrings.
Oh, that's nice.
I give the earrings to the courier. He takes them up to you, and then, we've
cut ties.
We've sort of gone our separate.
Breezy.
That was kind of how I was thinking. And she was like, "Oh, that's a shame because I actually bought 2 tickets for us to go see the recently released Jordan Peele movie, Us." And I was at that point, I kind of had a dilemma because
you really wanted to see Us.
I did. I didn't want to see her, but I did want to see the movie. And like, it was opening weekend, so it was like...
so those tickets were sold out.
Those tickets were tough to come by. And I was just like, all right, well, I could just give her the earrings and like we could just kind of have that be that. We went to the movie. It was like a late showing. It was like 11 o'clock or like 11.
That is late.
Yeah, it was a late showing in the movie. She lived nearby the movie theater. She was like, oh, hey, will you walk me back? And I was just like, okay, I see what's going on here. Let me walk her back and then I'll kind of like go my separate ways. I walk her back. We like get to the lobby of her building and she's just like, oh, hey, do you want to come up? And I was just like, no, I don't really see that. I don't really see it going like that. I actually think I'm gonna go home. And she goes, you piece of shit. She goes, I told you this is not what I wanted. I told you when we went out before, I told you that I didn't want a man who was just gonna fucking da-da-da and take me out and then have sex with me and then leave. And I was like, well, I got to be able to have an option. I got to be able to. I can't just have to go out with you again just because I went out with you the last time. It can't work like that.
She was like, I will trap you.
Truly, she was like, well, you already did that, so now you have to keep doing it for a while. I was like, well, what? And it was so scary to me. We like she's like fully crying.
Oh no.
She's fully crying. She's fully talking about like why I'm such a piece of shit and like why like she knew like I was just like the last guy that she had spent a lot of time
talking. Oh no, she needed to heal in between the last guy and going out with anybody else.
She needed a little second. And then we like had it out, she was kind of wanting an apology. I was kind of like, I don't know if I don't know. I think I'm okay. I think I'm in the green. I've made mistakes. I've done things, but I was like, I think I'm okay in this one. And then she goes back upstairs. I call an Uber. And then between the time that it took me to call the Uber and the Uber arriving, she came back downstairs. And she was like, and another thing. And this, and this, and that, and this, and that. And I'll just show you because I still have them. Like, I won't show you like all the stuff, but I'll just show you the like silhouette of the messages that she sent me.
The silhouette of the messages.
After.
So she yelled at you, went away, said Act 2's happening.
Yes.
Yelled at you again.
Yes.
And then she said, we got a sequel happening and I'm going to text you now.
Yeah.
An epilogue, if you will.
From March 2019. Here's kind of the...
Okay, that's a chunk.
That's a chunk.
You responded. And then she said, paragraph, paragraph,
and this is
paragraph.
This is at like 1 something in the morning.
Damn.
And like sent me all this stuff. And so that
we got a Shakespeare here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's a chunky text for somebody you're not dating.
It's a big, just for the people at home, I'm just gonna, just so you can see the shape of what these messages were.
Oh, wait.
So it wasn't in the moment, like, I guess it was a bad date in that I didn't even intend on it being a date. And somehow I still ended up getting in a big fight and getting yelled at. That's one of my worst stories.
Ugh.
You must have told your worst date story on this podcast already.
I have.
And I'm sure it's much worse than what I just described.
Yes. It's truly just men being like, you're not going home with me, and then getting mad when I'm like, no, thank you.
I guess that's kind of what I'm describing a little bit as well.
Yes, it's just the reverse.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel as bad when it's... There is a double standard that I feel fine about in that way. Like, it doesn't feel... You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't feel as... Like, she was still kind of like being gross, but like, it doesn't feel as gross as probably your version of it.
Yeah, I think I saw on Twitter, it was like, fellas, what would you do if a lady ate 62 oysters on a date with you?
Oh, did you see that? That was a real thing that happened.
I know.
Yeah. I
think it's really funny that she said, I'm going to get mine.
Well, you know what? In that video, the thing that's even funnier to me, that she ate all those oysters, is that she was filming herself with flash as she was eating. There's a video. There's a video of this woman with flash on, like, eating... It was like 48 oysters.
It was a lot of oysters.
Or something like that, which also, like, that doesn't feel good.
No.
You're supposed to eat, like, 6 oysters at a time, max. I feel like I'd feel so yucky putting that many, like, slimy little guys in my belly.
Oh, yuck. I'm not an oyster girl.
Not at all?
No, not really.
What about, like, a grilled oyster?
No.
No?
The texture of it grosses me out.
That's
I think
fair.
it tasted like it came right out of the sea.
Well...
I know.
Yeah.
I know. They're supposed to be fresh.
Yeah, they taste like the ocean.
I don't want to eat the ocean.
That's fair enough.
I want to eat a shrimp that has been scampied.
I understand that. You know what I will say is my girl, like I said, my girlfriend currently, she is so much fancier than I am in a way that, like, she's really reintroduced me to oysters. Like, I didn't think that I was into them. And then when we started seeing each other, she's introducing me to, like, oysters, and I'm introducing her to, like, Wendy's.
Yeah.
She legitimately had never had Wendy's before.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I miss old Wendy's when everything was yellow.
Yeah, and yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. And when the founder was, like, everywhere.
Yes, Dave.
Yeah, when Dave
Thomas?
Rest in peace. That's a guy.
He died?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Dave's been, I keep looking to you for research.
Oh,
Dave's been, he's been gone for maybe like 15 years.
That's so sad. He didn't cut any corners.
Died at the age of 69. Died 2002.
2002?
Wow, he's been gone a minute.
Oh, I didn't realize he'd been gone for that
Did he
long.
see Obama? We can.
I like how it's different every time. That was just we can.
I simply couldn't remember.
Yeah.
When was Obama elected?
2008.
Wow.
Did you vote for him?
No. Yes, of course I did. I voted in where I grew up in Jersey, and a tall white man, I was like, oh, I don't know how to do this. And he's like, oh, you have to flip the switches. I'll show you. And then went into the voting booth with me and then flipped Obama's name and went, and that's how you vote.
I don't think you're supposed to do this, man.
No.
I don't think you're supposed to come in here with me.
Technically, that's voter fraud.
Yeah.
But it was how I was going to vote.
Yeah, I guess it was the direction you were already headed in.
Yeah.
But
and I can't tell if he was pro-Obama or racially profiling me.
Either way, he got it right. Either way, y'all are on the same page.
We simply were. Yeah. What a treat.
What are you going to say
Did you vote for Obama?
I wasn't 18 yet. So I must have been 17. So I was like, I just barely missed it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I couldn't.
It was a fun time.
Yeah, but the second time I got there.
I didn't vote for him the second time.
Why?
I didn't vote for anybody the second time.
Sure, because you were like, we're already.
Well, I was like, we're here.
I don't know what voice that is that I'm hearing.
It's definitely not Obama.
It's not Obama, but it's somebody.
Somebody in the comments will let me know who they think it is.
It's a new original. When you come and host SNL, we've already got some voices that we can.
Hello, we're here.
We've already got some places we can work from.
What is a sketch that you want to do so bad but keeps getting vetoed?
Oh man, that's a great question. Man, there's a character duo with me and James Austin Johnson, the guy who plays Trump, where we're two guys who are singing. We're two guys who are singing about. Are you familiar with Charlie Wilson?
No.
Charlie Wilson, he's like really like an uncle. I'm going to bring up a picture of you or a picture of him just to reference for you. He is a man who's probably in his 60s. Do you know the Kanye song Bound 2? The guy who sings, I know you're That's Charlie Wilson.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
That's Charlie Wilson. He is really an uncle. And he has a song called Charlie, last name Wilson. This is him. Charlie Wilson was also
I do know who that is.
He was the lead singer of the Gap Band.
Okay.
You dropped a bomb on me. That's Charlie Wilson. Kind of music legend. But he has a song called Charlie, last name Wilson, where the chorus is, hey girl, how you doing? My name is Charlie, last name Wilson. And he keeps introducing himself as Charlie Wilson over and over again. And so we were inspired by that. And we wrote a song called Introducing Myself, where I don't want to give too much of away in case we actually ever do it. But it is just a thing where we are dressed up as kind of like old black uncles and we keep introducing ourselves over and over and over again.
I like that. I think that's funny.
We got it to dress earlier this season and then it got cut. But like, it's my dream to get to do it. One day.
Think you will. When I was still writing sketches, this sketch never went anywhere, but it was just a bunch of gangsters who can't make plans because they got too sleepy.
That's funny. I like
Trying
that.
to plan the drive-by, but I just got to take a nap.
I'm tired.
Because you got to plan it if you think about it.
Oh, of course.
I've never seen the ins and outs of like someone planning a drive-by or like a robbery. No. I'd like to see it.
Yeah. There's got to be logistics. At least if you're if you're going to do the job right.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I can't call out of work again, so I won't be at the robbery. And it's like, well, Andre, you got to come.
I like that in your version of it, these are gangbangers who are also willfully employed. And they don't care about taking a life in the drive-by, but they do care about being in bad standing with their employer.
Well, yeah, because that's a check that they know is coming. The robbery, something might go awry.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what do I have to fall back on? It's my job.
It's like, I got a family. I got a family. I can shoot, but like, I'm going to need those benefits. I'm going to need those health benefits so my son can get dental care.
This is why you tell people your ideas, so they can go, hey, this is why it's bad.
No. I'm not even saying I'm just saying these are parts of it that I find interesting. These are parts of it that I'm like, there's actually extra layers to this that I think add some like depth and some warmth and some color.
And then, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then maybe people are mad at Andre for having a job because they're like, you don't believe in the gang enough.
Yeah, because if you were really rocking with the gang behavior, then it's like...
Then you would leave your job.
Why do you need something to fall back on?
Why are you working at Bubba Gump? We're going to go out and rob.
He's the shrimp.
He's the shrimp.
He's the shrimp. He's got to go put the whole shrimp costume on. They're like, Nick, get a gun.
Get a gun.
Get a gun.
Get a gun.
We keep having to split. I have a homie who...
I can't put a holster in this shrimp costume.
Actually,
Andre.
that feels like one of the best places to stash it. They're not going to look inside the costume.
No, they won't.
They're not going to look... Did you... I just did a podcast with Langston Kerman.
I love Langston.
The best. So funny. And like in his special, he talks about how his mom married the Chicago Bulls mascot, Benny the Bull. And that Benny the Bull, this is a 100% true story. Mm-hmm. Benny the Bull got arrested outside of the stadium for selling drugs with the costume on. He talks about it in his special.
What an icon.
It's truly, I was like.
What an icon.
And his mother was married to that man.
I love that.
What a beautiful
She married
story.
an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
A man who thinks outside the box.
He was on his job.
Uh-huh.
And he said, no.
I'm going to take a second job.
He said, they're not paying me enough over here, and I got a family to support.
That's great.
I got a stepson. I got to buy him some new sneakers.
I love that.
Basketball season's coming up. He going to need a jersey.
Oh, and he probably got a discount.
You would hope so.
The only mascot I would date is Ellie the elephant from the New York Liberty.
Shout out to the New York Liberty. Mm-hmm. I am, I go to the games.
You do?
I was at the game when they won the championship.
Did you see Ellie?
I've seen Ellie many a time, and she's really got something. She's really got a star quality.
She really does.
She's got something that really like gravitates you towards her. And you know what I will say, and I'm going to sound like a pick me for a second, mm-hmm. But I do think that the energy at the WNBA games is like much more electric in like a regular season game. Mm-hmm. It's like playoff games. You go to like a Knicks playoff game, like that gets really hype. But like day to day, just like an average game, week to week, I think the fans of the WNBA are like way more passionate, and you can like feel the energy in like a really different way. Because it could
get taken away at any moment. We hate women. They're like, snatch, now it's gone. You don't have women's basketball anymore.
It's possible. I hope it doesn't happen. But
I love Angel Reese. She's too big.
She's awesome.
She's so big.
Yeah,
I love a big woman.
I saw her one time. She was at a Liberty game, and truly, I saw her from like across the court, and you really are like, she's maybe like an inch. She's like an inch taller than me. I'm a tall guy.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
I didn't clock that.
Blessed.
I thought we were almost the same height.
Close.
Guess not.
You're 6'1", right?
I'm 6'9".
That's what people don't realize about the podcast.
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. What? Well, Devon, we have come to the end.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for single people?
Be honest. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. I feel like I feel like so much of like. I think the way that sometimes people can think about dating is they're like, oh, like the pool is the problem. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I think that can be the case, but I think sometimes you gotta be like, what am I?
You could be the problem.
You could be part of the problem. Mm-hmm. And I say this as someone who has absolutely been part of the problem. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta look inside and be like, all right, how is what I got going on interacting with what's happening in the pool? Mm-hmm. So just, take a look inside. And also it's okay to be single sometimes. That's a message that I think I got some friends who like keep being like, oh, like L after L after L after L romantically, and I'm just like, well, maybe you should take
a moment for yourself.
Start doing Krav Maga. You know what I'm saying? You remember in Eat, Pray, Love, you saw how much Julia Roberts learned when she just decided to like be by herself for a second?
Never seen it.
I haven't either, but that's the way that I understand. It's the way that I understand the film
I think so. She's taking time for herself.
And she finds it all there.
I like the whole look inward part because I was reading this book and it was like, what are you manifesting that is now coming true? Is it you're always dating assholes, or are you allowing people to be assholes to you? And then when you've had too much, you're like, I only date assholes. Right. And I was like, well, damn.
Yeah. And it's probably those people are assholes as well. But it's
yeah. But it's like, what are you allowing?
Look at the entire picture. That would be my advice.
I think that's good advice. Well, Devon.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh wait, would you date me?
I would love to.
Hell yeah.
I would love to. I wonder what that would look like. When's the last time? Do you still date comedians?
No, I have a partner who is not a comedian, and it's delightful.
God bless.
I love it. He's
done...
very funny and has no comedic aspirations.
God, that's the absolute...
Because I dated a man before that who had secret aspirations to be a comedian and would come see me perform and give me notes.
I think this happens to women who do stand-up frequently, from what I understand, and that is a true bummer. It almost never happens. I know one particular comedian who was dating this woman for like, I don't know, quite some, maybe like 6-7 years. And then she started doing stand-up. And I've told my girlfriend specifically, I said, if you ever do that, I'm out. It's over.
I gotta go.
You can do pretty much anything you want in this world. If you start doing stand-up, we will have to go our separate ways.
That's kind of how I feel.
That is unacceptable to me.
I just don't want it.
It's just,
I don't want to compare notes later.
You're starting to do open mics?
No, and then I gotta go?
And then I gotta
go see you?
And then I gotta go watch. No, thank you.
Watch you bomb?
You cannot.
No.
You cannot do. And then what if they start brand new and then they're bad at it?
And then I have to be like, good job, babe.
Because you already love them?
Yes.
Nah.
Ugh.
No, thank you.
That's a good way to fall out of love. You're like, ugh.
You're doing, I guess
you're doing bad.
Single people, or I guess no, people in relationships, if you're ever looking for a way out, maybe
start
encourage
doing stand-up comedy.
Or encourage your partner to start doing stand-up comedy.
And then you go, I just have the ick now. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
We got to break up. Anyway, do you have anything you want to promote?
Yes, this comes out in July. I have a stand-up show in Atlanta. I have a stand-up show
July 25th.
I have a stand-up show in Atlanta on July the 26th.
Ooh,
tomorrow I have a show. If you live in the Atlanta area, I don't know how many tickets I'll have sold at that point.
Who knows?
But
maybe there's tickets available. You gotta check. You gotta go.
It's at a venue called the Earl in Atlanta.
The Earl.
Go buy a ticket if they're available. Hopefully they've sold out, but we'll see.
Maybe, they might have standby. So if they're sold out, where can they get a ticket? DevonWalker.com?
Yeah, go to the link. Go to the link in my bio.
There you go.
Link in bio. Go ahead and click on that and go. Yeah, come see me in Atlanta.
If you like,
come see me in tour in general. I'm in tour also. I'm on tour this summer. Just go see me in whatever cities you're in.
Well, what other states do you have?
I mean, we have.
You're like, they're not booked yet.
No. We've got a tour. We've got DC.
When are you in DC?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. This won't be out by that point. I'm in Toronto. If anybody's listening to Toronto, I'm in Toronto, August 15th.
International.
And 16th, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin.
Have you done comedy on stage?
I haven't, but I'm really excited about it.
This is what you're doing, comedy on stage?
Yeah, I'm doing comedy.
You're going to have such a fucking good time.
Everybody says.
It's one of my favorite clubs.
That's what everybody says. I'm really excited. I'm in Providence, Rhode Island on September 5th and 6th.
Where are you at? Comedy Connection?
Comedy Connection.
Great club.
I've heard really good things about that as well. And I'm coming back to Houston, shout out to Texas, on September 12th and the 13th.
What club?
The Riot.
Haven't been. Well, if you like this episode of Why Won't You Date Me, you can like it, you can rate it, you can subscribe, give me 5 stars. If you write me something nasty to whywon'tyoudate.me@gmail.com, hitting on me, I'll read it. This person writes, Nicole, just because I'm one of your many gay male fans, that doesn't mean we can't get freak nasty together.
Oh.
Here's the plan. I show up at your house with snacks, yes, wine, yes, and my Dwayne The Rock Johnson blow-up sex doll, specific.
What?
We can buzz each other's various holes with our vibrators while we take turns eating donuts off The Rock's massive The Cock. Once we lick it clean, Devon hates this, you hop up and start taking it for a ride. You edge closer and closer until you look down and realize you're riding the real Rock because he came to life. Like Tyra Banks in that movie Life Size.
Wow.
That's funny.
I like this.
We all come together so hard that The Rock proposes to you on the spot, and when he runs for president, you become first lady, and I still crash on your couch in the White House sometimes. What do you say? Let's give it a go. From Andrew. Hey, Andrew. I liked it. That was fun. A beginning, a middle, and a freaky little end.
Yeah. I didn't like where it started, but I like where it ended. By the time The Rock came to life, I was like, oh no, actually.
You're like, ooh, I'm into it.
I've come back around on this.
But also, I love how powerful my pussy is that I brought The Rock to life.
I mean, and God bless.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.